Hello, everyone.
God damn.
It's
Are we
time,
on
isn't it?
now?
We're live
flick to switch.
broadcasting to actually, technically, the entire world.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just
It
some
was
of
like-
them aren't watching.
Murder, she wrote.
Yeah, there's most of them just aren't interested.
When Dreamcast, do you remember the advert for Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Billion
10 million,
players.
billion players.
Do you know how I know the adverts for Dreamcast so well? James made us watch them.
We did
14
a,
times.
We did a quality job with that. It was we did like a we did a remastered version recently, which was
You done them forward rolls yet, James?
no,
For the patrons?
that hasn't happened yet.
probably sort that out.
Thank you
got
so
a bad
much
back.
for the
Sorry.
subs and
All
welcome to a very special Talks Over. We are so excited about this one. This is a TV show from 2004 on ITV. So this was like as mainstream as it gets, right, Ian?
As mainstream as I got, apart from the show I hosted.
And I mean, surely I'm a Celebrity was that more or less?
This
is
was the
bigger.
last show this was the last show I ever hosted. After that, I just became a guest on the show. This was my last chance saloon, and you'll see why it all.
Live.
So it's Game Stars. It's an award ceremony for video games. Is that right?
Yeah, I listen. I don't remember much about it.
Really?
There's one bit in between filming that I really remember, but I don't remember much about it. It was, I think it was like Saturday, maybe 12:30 Saturday lunchtime on ITV. Would you like a little bit of historical context?
Yes, I love
please.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So this, I seem to remember, was like February or March of 2004. This was my first. I think this is my first and only thing on ITV. And the year before, I'd hosted Rise, the Channel 4 breakfast show that I thought was great, but no one watched.
It was great.
And this was, and just I don't want to go wang on about this too much. This was, I was reaching peak cocaine addiction at this point. I don't look well in this.
Why is that funny, Sean?
Oh yeah. Did you
how-
explain
no, it's-
explain that, Sean?
It's how
You think that's
openly
funny, do
Sean
you?
talks about it.
Sean was my dealer. He's just
Talk me
remembering
off.
the cars and holidays.
Yeah,
So-
he's remembering the good times.
you can laugh about it. So I got clean first. So this is 2004. I got clean in September of 2004. This I think was like February or March. And I certainly never took cocaine before filming a show. So I'm not high here, but I'm thinking about getting high here. So that's the context of where it was. And then after this, I didn't work for, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months until I got offered the gig at LBC. So but that was good. All these things needed to happen. So
Wow,
yeah,
it was 6 or 7 months. You started at LBC in 2005.
2000. I got some cover shift September 2004, and then I got the permanent gig. I think my first proper permanent gig was Christmas Eve 2004. I seem to remember.
I still find it wild that show was on LBC when you know what LBC's like these days.
Yeah, it was that got me through a lot of things. That show, it was brilliant. It was absolutely.
You were out
brilliant.
in China then, weren't you? Were you out in
No,
China?
that was later when I was listening back to old ones, and
right.
but when it was I was doing a job as an IT technician thing, and it was really boring. I was just listening to that every day. It was brilliant.
Well, thank you.
But if
So,
you-
yeah.
If you don't remember this TV show, you may remember the attempt to. They were trying to do expos at the time. I don't know if it was the same company. I don't know how it was connected and who was running it, but they certainly used the same branding. And listeners to the podcast might remember me talking about an expo in London called Game Stars Live, and it was this. And we had a brief discussion before we went live on this stream, and you may have been there, Ian. Do you reckon there was a?
Well,
there
I
might have been a stage
hosted something I think that was like that. It was a weekend, and it was me and Gemma Atkinson from Hollyoaks. We were hosting it. There's pictures of that. She was lovely. There's pictures of that online. I remember one of the bands were We Are Scientists, and I introduced them, and then the singer went. They may be American. I'd say,
Yeah.
that guy's a fucking prick. And I just What? Literally, they went out and they just went, "Yeah, that guy's a fucking prick. Let's go play some boring." I was like, where did that? That's my one memory.
But We Are Scientists is like a really funny band, like Keith Murray, the lead singer, and in fact both are the main
Matt
artists.
picked a side.
I'm just saying
think we
it's
should
probably
hear them
great.
out, all right?
I'm just saying it's probably great humour.
It's funny, if anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. From what you were just, that's the only time I'll drop the C-bomb.
Yeah,
Sorry,
maybe I don't think that's the same thing
Yeah,
because I
from-
don't think there was bands where we went.
You were describing one with a Playboy bed. that
Yeah, so this had
we found James
a-
on?
Oh,
There was
God,
a Playboy
this
bed,
is-
yeah. It was.
Yeah, so James, we just worked out. James and I went to the same expo, but we didn't go together. So even though we knew each other at the time, we weren't close enough to go to things together. But it had a Playboy bed, and there was I remember the game was like a Sims rip-off.
It was, yeah. It was
set
Playboy
in
Mansion.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got racked up thousands of hours on that game. And you had to play it on a bed with these Playboy bunnies. It was really awkward.
Oh my god.
The only other thing that I remember from that expo is that it was the first time you could play Halo 2. Like, that was it. They had Halo 2 there. And I queued up for 2.5 hours to play it, and they wouldn't let me invert the controls. So it was absolutely useless. I was
Embarrassing, innit?
running around looking at my feet and up into the sky.
But I told you that was also the same one. I've said this before, where I was on the news with it because of
I was on news with it.
with the
What?
former girlfriend. No, because they were filming the event like the whole time, and there was like a short like news section on, I think it was on ITV News, how it was going on, and
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and I was
you
in
were
that.
having an argument in the background
Yes,
with your
yeah.
girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
I did look for that when you said it on the podcast. I did look.
Oh,
for it.
really?
I couldn't find it, unfortunately.
Shame.
that's a shame.
That is a shame. Right. Are we ready to watch this? We will do a short sort of Q&A at the end of it, if that's okay, Ian.
Do
I
whatever you
didn't
want.
mention that,
Say
but,
whatever you want. I should
45
say,
minutes.
all right. All I've watched is a little bit of some of the guests, and it's so 2004. And I did watch the opening monologue. The one thing in my career that I could never do, and I can't tell gags. I can't. I'm not a gag teller. I will say a series of words that a comedian will get a laugh with, and I say and it falls flat. There's a lot of gags in this about gamers being geeky and nerdy and all of that. And you will see how unconfident I am in the material that I wrote with another guy, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Just shut up. Let's just hit play.
Are
would
we
have had to
saying
have been
this? Are
approved
we
and
going to hear
checked,
some
though,
of
right?
Matt's recent material like on here?
Oh dear.
What? Like, that's the yoke.
That's,
We'll
I
have a
didn't
look
say
at
that.
it.
Yeah, you
Didn't
literally.
didn't fucking say that.
You've actually said it. Though,
Didn't
mate,
fucking
that's
say
the
it.
problem.
I can't wait till I
Let's
come back
not-
to this fucking
Is that why
podcast
you've
and
been
defend.
off for a month? You stormed out. Like
I've
Piers
been
Morgan
working
leaving
on
Morning
my
Brew.
defence case, and it's watertight.
It's no yoke like that defence case.
Well,
at all.
That's what David
That's
said
enough.
before you said it.
Ian,
shall I press play?
your script would have gone through like a checking process, though, right? They wouldn't have just let you loose with your own material on.
What it was is so I got this writer whose name I can't remember. He'd been a writer on Rise, and we'll see his name at the end. Hopefully, he was great. So it was me and him, and I think they'd done one the year before, and I don't know what it's because I remember we had a tape of something similar the year before, and
Right.
we were writing the jokes, and we wrote this joke about Deirdre Barlow. Because it was ITV, and we wrote this joke about Deirdre Barlow having no chin, and we went, "Well, that joke feels really familiar. Where have we?" And then we just watched the one from last year, and we just lifted it from that. So, so it's that caliber of gag. I'm really nervous about it, but it's happened. I'm at peace.
Oh, come on.
Let's run VT.
Yeah.
Run VT, Matt.
All right,
Let's go.
playing for everyone.
Yep. All
Yeah.
good.
It's not for me.
Here
which
comes
is a bit-
5.
Hang on, it's not playing.
Is it not the same for James?
No.
Okay, I'll move up to the beginning again, and I'll press play again. Now.
No, it's not. Oh, for
Okay, right. We'll reconnect. We're sorry, everyone.
What
an anticlimax.
what browser are
James
you
should be
in?
alright.
Is it the browser issue again?
No, I'm in Chrome this time.
Has to be Chrome because the plugin. So just reconnect, mate, and then and I'm sure.
I mean, are you high? Because High left the party. I will say that much.
Yeah, I think I know what's happened there.
You left the
James is
party.
closed
Go on,
the
what's
window.
happened then?
No,
James
I
turned
think
the
it's
computer on.
because
Yep, go on. It's because you left the party.
no, it's not intentional.
Hires joined the party.
Yeah, I'm back.
For those For those of you joining us for the first time who may not have seen the show before, this is just what James does. This is his.
And it's funny because when this sort of thing happens to me, it's a massive deal. But if anyone else, it doesn't matter. It's,
okay.
It's usually you.
I don't remember it happening
It's
to anyone
always
else.
me, yeah. But although apart from when it happens to other people, yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm gonna press play
Let's
now.
hit play.
James, is it working?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone else? Okay, good.
We're on.
Here we go.
Oh my god. So
A little bit of tension to start the stream off. Do you remember when Muse were great?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was
the
good.
rot
wasn't
had
it?
already set in.
can I just
by
ask
this
if I
point.
turn the volume down my end, it doesn't affect?
No,
That's fine. Yeah,
Brilliant.
go ahead.
Okay, right. This is money. They've spent money on this. This
Yeah.
is proper.
This is money. I thought
It's a
you
state
of the
art
art
really.
sound.
talking like a teenager.
can't-
Hang on, sorry,
they
no
can't
one
hear the sound.
There we go.
Best because
Hold on.
we might have got done for that.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Actually, yeah.
Oh
Those...
no!
One second.
Oh no! What's happened?
What is going on? Why is
Fucking
the...
hell, Sean. See, you're
Can,
happy now,
can they
James.
hear us?
Is that cheered you up now, James? If I bollock Sean now, is it?
Beastie Boys correct? Technicals.
It does, yes.
He's on mute.
I was on mute, yeah, because I was just checking my settings. But yeah, that did cheer me up. Go on.
Hold on. It's fine.
can hear us
It's going
not,
to be fine.
But you're making the prolonging the pain of seeing. So how
Can I
old
just
were
say
they?
as well, while we're sorting out the technicals,
There we go.
we've got 157 people joining us, and that
damn.
is amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all the subs, and we've seen them flash up. Sorry we haven't got to shout out everyone, but we really appreciate the support. This is this is gonna be fun.
I was 30 when this was filmed.
You were 30.
30 years
baby.
old. Yeah.
Right, sorry. We try again. Should we go from the start?
Can do.
sake.
It's just what's it? Go on, Matt.
It's a bit of muse in it.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit of muse in.
Let's get some music in, shall we?
Get some muse in,
Get some
please.
muse in.
Oh, there's a band in this.
Oh,
Is it Muse?
is it Nirvana?
I did notice where on the one you've uploaded, Ian, there's about 10 different songs listed that you choose.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
A lot of them are the
Can
awards.
you hear that, everyone? Can you hear this? Yeah, what if one of them's We Are Scientists?
Oh, I hope it is. Yeah.
They're good
Right,
bands.
okay, they can hear it now.
They
you
use
go.
music for the these are the nominees. So I think that's what the songs are.
Here we go.
I don't remember when Muse were good.
See, I thought Muse were already shit by this point.
I know,
First
they're
album.
popular, weren't
Let's fucking go.
Right, that's the Blind Date studio, by the way.
Is it?
Oh,
Yep. Blind
That
Date.
is intimidating, isn't
That's-
it? Look at that.
There he is.
yes.
Look at that. Remember that shirt? Didn't fit. Couldn't do the button up.
Really good to me.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to GameStars, the UK's annual award
Can't
show
tell
for
jokes.
computer and video games. Now, for the gaming industry, it's the social event of the year.
That's a solid
In
gag.
this room, it's their only social event of the year.
Hey, fuck you,
These
gamers.
awards to give away tonight, including Best Sports Game, Best Adventure, and the Most Wanted of the up-and-coming games. They've all been voted for by you, the game-playing public, via the GameStars website. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why have they asked a skinny, pale, slightly geeky bloke who obviously has no success with the ladies to present these awards? It just doesn't fit in with our image of what a gamer should
Fucked
be.
it up there. Fucked it there.
To prove to you that not all my friends are Star Wars figures, please welcome someone who continually plays games with my heart. It's Holly Willoughby.
Is that real laughter, do you think?
No, no.
Total silence.
Now this is weird.
Well, that's Holly Willoughby.
Yeah, yeah.
So why is it weird? What have I missed?
It's weird because she's really
Because it's
famous, and
Holly
I'm
Willoughby.
on the internet with you guys.
Holly Willoughby's not here, is what Ian's saying.
Yeah, well, could you imagine if Holly Willoughby
Little
popped
box
up?
appears, yeah.
Is Holly Willoughby in the room with us right now?
Okay, this is very embarrassing, but have you guys started the video again then? Because I'm still, it just continued playing for me.
I had so we were on 2 minutes
Paused at
dead.
Holly Willoughby. I
Yeah.
wondered why you went solid gag when you
It didn't restart for me. Just
James is 45
But
minutes in.
These things don't normally happen to James, so let's not have a go.
James can.
Okay.
James can. Well, that was great. Anyway.
James
Well, yeah,
just
so
leaves the
we're-
stream
we're-
and we're all
so-
still watching it.
While James is sorting that out.
Yeah, we're bang on 2
I've got
minutes,
to
James.
ask,
okay.
Why did they send you out first and then to introduce the other coach? Why did that?
Because I'm the main host. I'm going to be stood there for the whole thing. She'll
Right.
go backstage. Trying to work out.
Oh.
Remember
I mean,
what watch I
presumably
had there.
she might not have been as famous at this point, right?
2004, yeah. So SMTV days, or
No, you're thinking of Kat Deely.
You're thinking of Cat.
no,
Deely, Matt, so-
but she did. I'm sure she
She did
did.
at some point, didn't she? What?
Did she?
Hang on, I'm sure she did.
Did Holly Willoughby take over? No, she was
Yes.
with Dick and Don. Was she? Right. Okay. So we
Just
don't
definitely
know.
took over SMTV.
If only
Don't
there was
know
some
what
sort
time.
of resource we could all access to check.
Yeah, to check the career of Holly
It
Willoughby.
was like a page that summarised.
Oh, that's
Everything.
impossible
When-
to say.
When you were standing there, Ian,
Yes, sir.
were you thinking this woman's one day is going to cut into the queue to see the dead queen?
Yes, I did.
Was
actually.
that-
Give off
did you
that
get that-
vibe.
that
Give off
vibe,
that
yeah.
entitled, going to see a dead old lady vibe. Friends with a wrong un. That's
Right, so hang on.
She was on
So
S Club
she-
TV.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
she was on Ministry of Mayhem, which was
Yeah,
a
with
similar thing
Ministry
to
of Mayhem.
SMTV
Yeah.
by the sounds of it.
Just as good.
Okay.
Competed
James, are
with
we?
different
Where are we, James, with the old video?
Well, no, I mean, the band is playing now.
okay.
So-
Well, stop it.
But then that means you're not in sync, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how to get back in sync because if I mean, I can close it again and then see if it.
Yeah, close
Probably.
it.
Yeah, it says you've left the
Reconnect
party
you.
again.
I know because I just did just then.
No,
so
it says you left ages ago.
See, I mean, in a way, this is David's fault because he told me to install Chrome instead, and it's made things worse.
Okay.
But,
Well, shall we?
Chrome's how the plugin works, isn't it? It has to.
Yeah,
you
but it
have to
works
use
in
Chrome.
thingy as well.
I'm just going to play on my Mr. FPGA.
Yeah. You do it, Ian. We'll let you know when we're needed.
How is it, Ian? Is it good?
It's brilliant. It's the Taki Udon
Yeah.
clone, $160.
I am well aware.
Chef's kiss. Are you getting one? Are you looking at them?
I'm looking respectfully.
Dost one object appeal to thy?
Because I've been looking at Misters for ages, but I couldn't justify $400 And then this, I stayed up until 1 o'clock on the Thursday morning when they were released, got one, and I am slowly tiptoeing my way through it, and I'm blown away. Absolutely love it. It's
Awesome.
amazing.
Right, are we in, James?
Yeah. Should I press play? Do you want to press play?
So
James?
basically, Holly Willoughby had mainly done kids' TV at this point. She hadn't done
Okay,
anything.
okay.
That's where the confusion arose.
Okay, I'm going to press play.
Yep.
Does that work?
We'll
Yes.
be finding out who
Right.
is the winner of the Game Stars Hunt for the UK's greatest gamer. And there's also a chance
Game
for you at
Stars
home
Hunt.
to win all of the winning titles you see on the show and tickets to the UK
That's the
premiere
yoke.
gaming event.
Very exciting. Handing out the awards, we have a group of typical gamers. They're socially dysfunctional, emotionally stunted, and prone to fits. In other words, celebrities. There's the Fash.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Fash.
And,
Oh my God.
look, there's Mr. Simon Pegg hiding.
Yes, Simon Pegg.
Yeah, there's Jessica from Liberty X. There's Saran Jones from The Street. I'm loving The Street at the moment. There's Jennifer Ellison, of course.
Look at this. This is
Wow.
Jennifer Ellison.
Gary Lucy, who's very, very good
Oh
at
my
football,
God, yeah,
games,
from Hollyoaks.
simulators.
Why is
James
James
Hewitt
Hewitt
very good at football. And a little bit, we'll see Katie Price, who's very good at footballers.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Now I will just say that was the first. I think this was the first gig she did where she didn't want to be called Jordan.
Oh
And
right.
so there was
Okay.
a big.
Rebrand.
I may get it wrong, but there was a big old thing. Well, we've booked Jordan. Well, you've not got Jordan. You've got Katie Price. Well, but she's, and it pissed everyone off. And yeah, there we go. That's my.
That's great.
Price. Sorry, thank you.
I hope you do get it wrong at one point.
To all the genius of design.
Why
Here's
are
a
the
band
jokes
I'd
just
love
like
to see on
fuck
TV,
fuck
but
the
Holly,
audience that
I
are
hate
watching
to see
this?
them
Why
on
is
airport
that
departure
the
boards.
angle they
It's
went with?
delayed.
Oh, but you went in.
Oh, camera's gone around.
I've seen this intro 3 times now.
Is this Ash?
No, it's not Ash. No.
Who's this then?
Can we rewind it and find out who?
Who the fuck are these?
Polly,
sound all right.
I hate to see them on airport departure boards. It's delays!
Delays.
Delays?
Have you rewound it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've gone again.
Yeah, it's.
The silence.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of delays, I mean, we never really had this issue before, have we?
We have 12 viewers now, so thanks for those that are sticking around for the show.
James, what can we do to help? What do you
Do
need?
it,
from us?
whatever browser you used before, use that.
Yeah, try switching back to the other browser,
Yeah,
mate.
go out to Bing. Digifolio's going to bed.
Edge,
Bloody
actually.
hell. Digifolio, no.
So
sorry,
you
wait,
fan of
anyone got any-
delays?
Yeah, I
I
love
literally
that.
never heard of them.
First album's great.
I've never heard of them either.
No.
Delays band. Let's see. There we go. Delays. Delays are an English indie band formed in. Oh my god, they're still
present
going.
tense.
They're still going.
God damn.
You can still find
2001
them.
to present.
Well, hang
their
on,
last,
oh, okay.
although, but it says to present, but their last release was in 2010. So I'm not. I'm not.
They're still going. They're still going. Yeah, it's weird I don't remember them because that was like the indie heyday, wasn't it? 2002 to 2007. That was really kicking off.
That was around that period. Oh God! Imagine you're saying there are several bands in this, Ian.
I remember another band.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
God! I hope it's one
The
of the
Beatles.
ones that we love.
Yeah, one. We should. Guessing would be ruining it. But,
Yep. How you getting on, James?
I like the sound of delays there. The first.
Oh yeah, they're
5
not,
seconds.
yeah,
not
it's
bad.
good. Yeah.
yeah, we're here again in a second.
I've heard it about 4 or 5 times now.
What do you
and
reckon?
It sounds fine. If I press play, right? Is that played?
Yeah.
Now press. Now what if someone else pauses
Now
it?
pause it back.
Pause.
Yep, that's paused.
Wait, right, okay.
Okay, I'll press
Hopefully
play.
we
Yeah.
cracked it.
Let's
Hopefully
enjoy
we cracked it.
delays. Here are delays, everybody.
I
So
won't
we're
go
delays.
backwards because I think that might have fucked it. But...
I don't like seeing them on airport notice boards, but I like seeing them in the blind
On
date.
stage.
That was the solid joke I was talking
Not a
about.
bad joke. That is
Great
not a
joke.
bad joke.
He looks like a cross between Bob Geldof and Beck.
Yeah,
He does, yeah.
absolutely.
A bit of Hanson in there as well.
This is a nice sound. I don't remember it, but it's.
It's kind of weird. It's gone to musical interlude within the first
Yeah,
3
you
minutes of
haven't
the
done
show
anything
without
yet.
not even an award.
This isn't live either, is it?
Well,
Oh no, there might be 100%.
Yeah, there's no
I-
way. There's
I
live.
I think the other. I seem to remember the other band playing live.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys definitely aren't.
Oh, it's that kind. It is that kind of musy.
Yeah.
Am I a man?
Falsetto,
Am I a
yeah,
woman?
yeah.
Voice thing.
Yeah, why can't you be one or the other? Come on,
20 years later. No.
make it clear, yeah?
All the music press like you're singing in falsetto. It's the new radio hat.
Winning a year's subscription to Free Games magazine.
Which one?
Here's the first clue. What letter is missing from this famous
Oh,
game? Man.
That's impossible.
Second clue is coming up. Part 2.
I think I
Remember
might not
those
need that
letters?
second clue.
Is this a phone in? Because this was around the time that ITV were getting done for the
I was
phone
going to say,
in
yeah, because they had
weren't
stuff it all,
wasn't
didn't they?
Right, James, can you remember the letter P, please? That is
Okay,
your job
okay.
for the evening. We're going to solve this riddle.
I think James has got enough on his plate, actually.
I got
David,
the
about-
phone on speed dial as well, just in case.
Have you got a touch tone phone, James?
No.
Won't work with it.
Oh no, I can't do it.
You can't do it.
The delays! It's the delays, everybody!
Later in the show, we'll be finding out who is going to collect the title of the UK's greatest gamer and win themselves a fabulous prize, including a trip to the Tokyo Game Show.
That's right. Over the past few weeks, players from across the nation, men, women, and some in between, entered the first
Oh,
stage of
oh,
Games
okay,
World's
that's a little
Greatest
bit.
Gamer.
Yeah,
Let's have a
okay.
look and see what happened.
3, 2, 1, go.
Why are they playing it like it's track and field?
28,000 thumb twiddlers and knob fiddlers have been lining up to fight.
Oh, he's on the
Did
toilet.
she just say knob
UK's
fiddlers?
richest
Yeah, she
gamer.
did, yeah.
I want to go back, but it'll probably screw James. So I can't risk it.
You should try it and then see if it's all right.
No. Well, I'll wait for the next version.
Okay.
The
Next time
first
to do
challenge
it.
in the competition was to play a variety of games on a range of consoles to prove just how damn good our gamers were at driving, jumping, skating.
It's very tappy, isn't it? Although when I
Yeah.
phoned up my youngest and he was playing, oh my God, look, iToy.
iToy.
Yeah.
Oh, you are the
iToy.
controller.
The washing thing was the best on that.
Yeah.
With
When
only
I'm
the 50
playing
most
Windows.
speedy, coordinated, accurate, and dexterous, making it
This is
through
very
to
slow,
level
isn't
2.
it? I'm not quite sure.
It is, yeah. It doesn't feel like there
What she's
should have been much
talking about.
content on
At
stage.
Excel in London, Stockholm,
Yeah, what were you
the
doing at
50
this
top
point?
Scorers were invited to take
I might have
part
been
in the
doing cocaine
ultimate
at this point.
I don't blame you at this point. It has been a slow start.
I never did it before a show, during-
But during, yeah, 5 minutes in is fine, but never during. No, well, never before.
Imagine if you see someone you know on here, though. And it's
Uh,
not
if
possible.
little James Farley,
3 games,
That'd
3
be good.
consoles,
He might be
He's sitting
crowned
there.
UK's greatest gamer.
There
he is.
Oh, you kept that quiet.
Not to brag.
It just dawned on me, this might be shit.
Drive safe and look
Oh,
sexy.
he's living.
Yeah, finished.
Next up, a test of
Lot of
endurance,
sideburns.
WarioWare
2004
Jump
feels
Forever.
late for sideburns, but
Yeah.
there you
yeah,
are.
it does it? It definitely was.
And tension mounts for the final game. Tiger Woods
Oh.
2004.
There it is. There's the sideburns
requiring
again.
good stroking action.
Oh, what's he doing?
There's so
What was he
many
doing?
wanking jokes, isn't there?
What was
There's
he doing?
so many
So
wanking
he's-
jokes.
So is Holly now reading out a script you wrote, Ian?
Topping the league table and
No,
super
this bit,
confident
I
in
only
last
wrote the
year's
stuff in front of the
Right,
podium,
okay.
and that was with someone else who
one
it was
step
probably
at a time and
60-40
win again.
that he wrote.
You
But
missed a
it's game
Casio
over
there,
for
Sean.
the
Oh, damn.
34 weakest players.
What was it, F91?
No, I
Don't
don't
worry,
think it
It's
was.
just a watch.
My best wasn't enough to get me through.
I'm not really that surprised. I wasn't at my sharpest today.
I'm really quite gutted. I thought I would be better than
Why
I
are these
was
people
today,
getting so
I'm
much time on screen?
Yeah, these are the
There are
people that were
16
shit.
contestants left. Those remaining were all pretty close in the last round, and the pressure's gone up a gear as they take on the next challenge, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, it's a good one.
On the
Yeah, but it's on the Engage. The Engage version.
Pause that. Pause it there, man.
The ultimate version.
That has to be.
Oh,
Paid. Has to be paid shit.
fuck.
Yeah.
This
That
is
has to
why
be
I had an Engage, and it was from this. I remember now. They
That's from
gave
Tony
me an
Hawk.
Engage. Oh,
James, has yours paused?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Good, good.
Okay.
Yes, they gave you an Engage.
I had an Engage. I remember.
Jesus, the money flying around those days.
I think about it often, and now I remember I got it because of this. I got an Engage.
But that was the weirdest thing about the Engage is not the fact that you had to take the fucking battery out to put the game in, but it's to talk on the phone you had to hold it.
Yeah,
sideways.
yeah.
Yeah, there was the whole side talking thing, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable.
It
It
was.
was,
and
Still really wanted one.
I mean, they tried to
cannot
fix
believe
it with they did like a revision of it, didn't they? Where they tried to fix all
They
that,
did.
and
They
it had
did.
like cartridge
But I
slot
cannot
things, but-
believe that they did a Ultimate Gamers Challenge and the final round was on a fucking Engage. That
Yeah, there's
I think
Nokia throwing the
I
money
had
around.
would I have had a Call of Duty on Engage? I think I had that, and I tried
Yeah, there
it.
was one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
See,
Were you-
I'm
were
just
you never
imagining
tempted to
those
get one,
contestants.
Were you never tempted to get an Engage?
I couldn't afford one at that time. It was yeah, there was
Yeah, they
there
were
was no
expensive,
way
weren't
that was going to
Don't
happen.
believe you, but
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Did they? I can't remember. Didn't they
Father!
find like a weird renaissance as a emulation? Like you could emulate Game Boy stuff on them and or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, imagine being like doing this tournament though, and then being like, saying, "Oh, we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, final. That's your final game on this." Just
Just
like
handed that.
and then just walking in the room and going, "What the fuck? What are you?" fucking doing?"
Yeah, what? Not
Where's
this,
the
isn't it?
Sponsorship.
Where's
thing.
the PlayStation?
Iain Lee wanted them.
Do you reckon there's an Engage emulator?
Almost certainly.
I'd
There'll
love
be
to
one on
stream
the
some
Mister
Engage
somewhere,
stuff.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm slightly worried that Ian's already looked on eBay at how much an Engage is. Look at his
is-
little face. Look.
It is remarkable. So 2004, what did we have then? We had PlayStation
It's-
2. We hadn't got the 3 then. had we?
Handheld, it was Game Boy Advance at that time.
But
Yeah.
why the fuck would you have a competition? Well, obviously because they were paying for it, but an N-Gage. It's very peculiar.
Guess how much they are. Guess how much they are at CEX.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go 60 quid.
I was gonna say 80.
I reckon it's in the hundreds.
I mean, it's all of the above, but the first one, which is condition C, is £42. £42.
Let's all just
you can
ditch our phones and go
mint
back to
condition
N-Gage.
one is £88. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted, boy. Don't you
They
worry.
are
Screw the iPhone.
beautiful things, but completely impractical and useless. Of what they were meant to do.
Chod in the chat saying, doesn't it just run on Symbian OS? Yes, it does. You're absolutely right. Let's have a look. So yeah.
Shit. I was digging through my garage the other day and I found the OnLive console again. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah,
the controller was actually pretty
Oh
smart.
yeah,
controller.
I assume Michael was around within 5 minutes to get.
Go on, press play.
In the allotted time.
Playing James?
God, that frame rate. Did you
Only
see
the
that?
most dexterous gamers will make the quarterfinals.
Good graphics, mate. Burning K
The
there.
reigning champion is struggling. His opponent is flying.
Our reigning champion is struggling. Of course he is. You've given him an
using an
N-Gage.
The 2003 winner.
One of those is getting
crashes
flung
out of
across the room,
competition.
surely.
He's out because of the fucking...
No, used to this shite.
I could have done it 2 years in a row, but obviously not. That's devastating.
He's got poor lad.
Fuck.
Everyone
Sitting
there
next
is
to
dead
him,
now. They're all dead.
Yeah. I prefer Sony Ericsson anyway.
First award, best adventure game. Normally, I love adventures, although recently I did find myself outside a mysterious castle trying to crack some crazy special code only to be attacked by a strange hairy troll. I tell you, that's the last time I try and break into Anthony Worrell Thompson's house.
Boom!
Yeah!
That is a joke.
Yeah.
It's weird that this was on telly in the morning on a Saturday and everyone's drinking wine.
It feels like an evening thing.
Definitely, it's a Sunday night award show. Yeah.
I think I've got this right. I'm sure it was like 12:30 in the day. I'm sure, but I could be wrong.
Kiss the pop star, you and Peter Andre are on that list. Listen,
Hey,
I think it's great the way you let those 2 roadies come and dance with you 3 girls as well. It works out. I'm only being cheeky. Can we have the nominations, please?
The nominations are
Oh, now we're in.
Yeah.
10 minutes in and we're in.
Jack 2, Renegade.
What's this for?
Best adventure
Best
game.
act, yeah.
Deus
Best
Ex,
adventure game.
Invisible War.
That
should
I
not
mean-
be that.
Yeah,
I'll
that
be
was a bad
honest,
one,
this
wasn't
is still better
Broken
paced than the
Sword,
Jeff Keighley
The Sleeping
stuff.
Dragon.
There you go. First dig, everyone. Okay, took us 40 minutes.
The
Oh,
Legend
come
of
on.
Zelda,
This is the winner
Wind
so
Waker,
far.
Surely.
Invisible War was a big disappointment, wasn't
and
It was.
Medal of Honor.
Medal of
Rise
Honor.
It's all right on its
Medal
own,
of Honor
just not
win
as a
this, wasn't it?
sequel to one of the best guesses ever made.
the winner is
Didn't have best shooter, didn't they? No categories.
So it's got to
The
be
Legend
Zelda.
of Zelda, the Wind
Yeah,
Waker.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm sort of surprised.
There she is,
because I
Zelda.
assume
Yeah,
This is still very much in the period where people were paying for winning
The
awards,
Definitive
right?
Adventure Series is back.
ITV would have taken money.
Did she say that this was voted, or did I say this was voted for by the public? I can't remember.
Oh, you did? You did say that.
Cell shading. These beautiful cartoon-style graphics.
God,
help
Holly's
draw you
doing all
into
the
a
lifting
world
here.
where
I'm
magic and
the
mayhem stand the corner.
monkey.
Pause it, Matt.
The ability to control edition.
How much did you get paid for this? Do you remember?
Wow.
Oh, do you know?
He said
Straight
ask
for
us
the
anything.
jugular. Jeez.
No, I don't remember. I have the figure £12,000 in my head. That feels a little light for an ITV show.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been less than that. Yeah,
Oh, damn.
and it
Especially
was.
the- it's
And that's
writing
in
it as well.
2004 money.
Yeah, it was. Maybe it was closer to 20. 20
Okay,
feels
well,
about right.
look,
Anyway,
we'll sit here,
my
look
car's in
up-
the
look
fucking
up your
garage.
invoices.
My car's in the garage this week, and already it's costing £1,100, and they still haven't looked at the thing that I took it in for. So, give me some of that money back. We all know where it went.
Well, look, go through your pay slips now, and we'll wait.
Yeah, just ring someone. It must have someone in contacts.
Oh, I had a bent accountant who ended up nicking it all. That's another story as well.
Yeah. We'll do a talk over that after.
Facing a long boat journey or after those beans on toast for lunch. Thoughtful, intelligent, and great fun.
It was good, but it had
Legendary
some
Shigeru
bad bits in
Miyamoto
it.
and his team have
It's
come
some
up
very
with
bad bits in it. This game.
They sorted it out in
Someone-
the remake, right?
Yeah, they did. They shortened the end bit because it went on for ages.
For me, I played video sports games like I played school sports, mainly in my underwear. To present the award
That
for
laughter,
best
though,
sports
isn't
game,
it?
it's a man who
Where'd
recently
they buy that
spent 2
from?
weeks in a land that very
Yeah,
few
well,
of us
especially
have
when
ever
it's
seen.
showing a shot of the
Channel
audience
5.
just sitting there not laughing.
James Hewitt.
Oh, can we go? Oh, we can't go back, can we?
Well, okay,
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to hear that. I'd have made a Diana joke here, I think. I wonder.
Oh, okay. Right, James, does it pause for you?
He has, yes.
Okay, I'm going to play it and I'm going to go back.
Scene. Award for best sports game. It's a man who recently spent 2 weeks in a land that very few of us have ever seen. Channel 5.
Okay.
Please welcome James Hewitt.
All right.
That's set up for the joke. You
Yeah.
go, I really hope this isn't the Diana joke.
Yeah, this can go anywhere. And I'm quite interested to know where it went.
Is he dead
Charming
now?
men I've ever met. Listen, the question
Hewitt.
on everyone's lips here. We've seen pictures of you both. You look
idea.
similar.
So-
You sound.
No, he's still kicking
I'm
around.
asking me if he's
Are you and
Prince
Lil
Harry's
Brock the
dad.
same person?
Am I? No.
Hang on.
Listen,
No,
the
I'm not.
question on everyone's lips here. We've seen pictures of you both. You look similar. You sound similar. Are you and Lord Brockett the same person?
I'm doing
Yeah.
a joke about Prince Harry. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's a cheeky little.
Did you
Yeah.
say no? Would you say would you say jazz or chairs?
Depends what we're playing.
There we go.
Got no time for you. Ian, he's got no time for you. He went, well, that's how he says
Pro
it.
Evolution Soccer 3.
Oh, Pogo.
The jazz
Can
and
we
the
go
chairs
back,
is a
Matt? Can we
very-
go back and watch that bit again, please?
Okay.
The jazz
What's
and
what
the
he
chairs is a
goes-
very specific reference to my girl.
Similar. Are you and Lord Brockett the same person?
Listen, but that's how he says it.
Did you say no? Would you say would you say jazz or chairs? There we go. See, excellent. James, I think you're brilliant. Can we have the nominations?
Doesn't
please?
give a fuck.
I think you're brilliant. That was just, I've taken the piss out of you for a
Good
bit,
save.
but we're cool, right?
Virtual tennis?
Pro
That's top spin, right?
Evolution Soccer
That was
3.
This was when it was at its best.
It was when it was good, yeah.
No, ISS Pro 98 was the top.
Tiger
man.
Woods PGA
Yes.
Tour 2004.
You play football games for a week and then ditch them. I'm not having your opinion on it.
You guys need to place your bets as to, each round as to what you think is going to win.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
got to be Pro Evo. No, maybe Tony Hawk actually from this.
Yeah, it's all got sponsorship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Underground was where it was falling apart. I'm going Pro Evolution Soccer.
Championship manager.
Oh, well, that's fair enough, because that is probably the right answer, right?
It's not easy being a football manager. The threat of injury, giving the team a good roasting at half-time, and the constant dogging from your players can be a
That's
real
Millwall.
headache.
Yes, that was Tim Cahill in a Millwall shirt, and that was Mark
Going to watch loads
McGee.
of naked
That's
blokes in the
soonest.
shower, being just one of them.
Most of this excitement can be experienced with Championship Manager.
Sorry,
an
like, we
amazingly
didn't see
detailed
Millwall on
game that offers
television a lot.
incredible freedom.
Is there a dogging
As
joke?
any one of a
Someone
number of
spotted a
teams
dogging
from
joke.
39 national leagues,
Good
you
for
have
us.
the ability to decide exactly what your team does and when it does it.
Back of the net.
Yes.
Now let's have a quick look to see how our celebrities are getting on backstage. Holly, is there any signs of violence or bitchiness
We have to
yet?
keep looking backstage. Look.
So far, we've got
So was there
Fash
no
and Harvey
time
hugging Charles, but,
for the devs to come on stage and say anything?
They did, but
they
obviously they cut it out.
Yeah. Boring.
Boys just want to play, and there's a girl going, let me have a go, let me have a go, do this and does this. And
Oh, fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, we'll be seeing more of that lot in part 2 if they remain sober.
Later on, we'll also be joined by Katie Price, Gary Lucy, and Simon Pegg, who will be
Gary
revealing
Lucy.
which racing game has passed the checkered flag.
But before that, there's a chance for you at home to enter our Win the Winners
It's
competition,
questions.
where one lucky so-and-so will
Number
bag
2.
all
Here we
10
go.
of today's award-winning
So
games.
what was the first
as
letter,
well as
James?
tickets
It's
to
P.
Game
It
Stars
was a P.
Alive, the UK's biggest
Okay.
gaming event, taking place at London's Excel in September.
Now, it's definitely worth entering because if you don't come
So
first,
we
you
plugging
can
the
still
one
be
that
of
you
the
went
1,000
to?
runners
Yeah,
up to nab a
you're
ticket
plugging
to
the
that
one we
great
went
day
to,
out.
yeah.
All you've got to do is answer this very simple question, Holly.
Okay, here we go. Which of these is a popular video game classic? Is it A,
This was
a
when they
Space
were.
Invaders?
This is when they
Is
were
it
making
B,
the big
Space
dollar. They got
Invaders?
stopped
Or is
doing
it
this
C,
shortly after. Do you remember the Ant and Dec?
Invaders?
Yeah.
333 and
B.
leave your answer, or text the word space.
I
followed by
remember
the letter
that.
A,
Show
B,
off.
or C to 84030.
Calls from landlines cost 50p. Text messages
Is this not a
and calls
different
from mobile
competition
cost
to the other
50p.
Yeah, this is
Plus
separate.
standard
Yeah, I think it
operator
is, yeah.
rates. And don't forget to ask permission for whoever pays the bill or your mum.
Noise in the background's getting on my nerves.
15 or over, because some of these games
Flash
contain
Jones
rude
sounded
words,
like
graphic
that.
displays of violence, and references of a sexual nature. That's a guarantee, kids. But
Oh, wow. Okay.
seriously, you must be 15 or over to enter.
We'll see you guys back here in a couple
That was a
of
genuine
minutes.
laugh from the audience.
Yeah, you can hear
that
that.
was a
We
real
get
one.
through the laughter track.
hear it through the laughter track. Pause. Oh, that's good. That's clever because you pause games, isn't it? V Tookie in the chat is right. Half this bloody show is competitions. I've forgotten TV was ever like that. Yeah, yeah.
It really was.
It
Yeah,
was, wasn't it?
Excellent.
Holly's gone.
Holly's gone.
Welcome back to
Should be
Game
backstage.
Stars 2004, the award show for all things electronic and fun. Well, the ones we can talk about while the kids are watching. Next up is the award for Best Spin-Off, which is any game based on a TV show.
I've just
film,
remembered
or
something.
Yeah, go on.
We won't dwell on it. While I was stood up there doing this, I fucking hated myself. I've just remembered. I'm there fucking hating myself. I remember having a moment of clarity, looking out, thinking, how the fuck have I ended up here? What the fuck is this? And then boom, went back into it. There you go.
Oh, well, and that made you think I shouldn't have done this. This isn't fun. I would rather be somewhere else. What?
I remember thinking I hated myself. I remember thinking I'm doing this just for the money. What is? And I was very sick with cocaine addiction at the time, and I was thinking I cannot fucking wait to get home and do drugs. But I just remember I have these few like time points in my life where I can actually put myself there. And I remember standing at that podium thinking I've got another fucking 45 minutes, it would have been an hour and a half, of telling these jokes that aren't funny, and it's fucking awful. Just keep doing it, kid. Keep doing it.
Shit,
Well,
man, that's awful.
Well, you're pulling through. You wouldn't know.
Can you tell? Sorry, I thought the blankie was covering it.
Johnston in the chat has put because of Coke. So come on, mate. That was a real moment there. And you
that's out of order, Johnston, really.
Come on, Johnston. Come on. What are you talking about, man?
Right.
But that's just. But anyways, that's just a moment.
You can actually picture yourself on the stage at that
I
time.
remember those thin microphones, and I remember that shirt. I really remember that shirt didn't fit. And I just remember, I remember looking out. I just have an image of looking out and thinking, fucking hell, I don't like this.
But like, do you think there is a timeline where you would have enjoyed doing this, or is it just not what you? Was that just you realizing this isn't what you wanted to be doing, or were you just unhappy anyway? Do you know what I mean? I was very, very unhappy. I was very, very sick, and at this point, I was desperate. I'd started. So this would have been like March. I started going to Narcotics Anonymous the July before, and for the last couple of months, I would have been really, really trying to get clean. So I was struggling with that. I was really, really unhappy doing this. I just thought, this isn't what I want to fucking do. Now, of course, someone says you want to come and host a TV show. Bring it on. Of course, I will. I was a deeply unhappy, lost 30-year-old man, and I just wish we'll do this and then we'll go. Looking back now, all I wanted was someone to come and put their arm around me and take me home and say, you know what, it's going to be all right. Don't worry about that shit. It's going to be all right. Let's get you well. And it took quite a long time for that to happen, but there's a bit of a downer.
I think we all want that in parts of our lives. And I remember when my mum, when I was young, my mum said, "Oh no," she said she was happiest in her 30s. And when I got to my 30s, I was like, "Well, I'm kind of waiting for that to really kick in." But I'm glad you got through a stage, Ian. And
I'm here
did
and
rise
I'm sober, and I got a great relationship with my kids and my partner and all of that. And there is a part of me that misses being famous, which is silly because it's not a real thing, it's not tangible, but there's still a little part of it that does. That misses doing this, and I look at this now and go, oh, fuck, I could do this so easily now. It would be nothing, and that kid doesn't know what he's doing, and he's lost, and there's no one saying, in part because I was, full of fear, so I was being very loud and kind of acting arrogant. So people weren't going to approach me and say, "Come on, man, this is you're not well. Let's fucking sort this out." But
yeah, that's a real reoccurring fault for me as well. Like obviously I didn't go through some of the struggles that you did, but I constantly and I've never really thought about age, but as I'm about to hit 40. There's a lot of me that looks back at periods in my life and go, you don't know what you're doing, and I wish I could be in that situation now knowing
But
what
that's just
I know
so often. Like we all look back on things when we were younger. Like, yeah, if I knew what I knew now, then I'll be doing it differently. But unfortunately, that's just your formative years, and you go through those moments, don't you?
now.
Not
And the
knowing.
difference is we haven't got videotapes watching.
Yeah.
This is it.
I mean, I do
Well,
actually. That's the weird thing I do.
Can I just mention a couple of things in the chat? So Chode UK says, and you went on to become a Laser Quest team leader at TCGS Con. Thank you. Straight after Peter Molyneux, and you lost. But also, Skeptobot. I'm not really reading the chat. Skeptobot, were you working on that? Because you've said a couple of things in the chat that implies you might have worked on this. He's just said, in other news, I remember being really annoyed by the controller desk stage things, D-pad and buttons. What an idiot I was.
Yeah, I saw them.
Skeptobot, were you working on this? Were you like set design or something? Because that's amazing.
This would be amazing.
Yeah, get him on the call.
Have you got a webcam, and can you use YouTube with your friends better than James
Farley?
No, just kids' memories.
Oh, then fuck off. Right, let's press.
Why have we wasted our time on fucking Skeptobot, for Christ's sake?
James,
let's
you
get
live
back in.
another day.
I've got to say, my favourite spin-off in recent months was Daniel Bedingfield's Land Rover.
Oh my God!
Soap star turned pop star who wants to
He nearly died in a car crash.
Danny, but definitely not Stefan Dennis, though she's gonna make you feel good. It's Jennifer Aniston.
That was a good gag.
That was a good.
No one falls off on stage.
There's not even 4 kids on Saturday morning television, are they? They're quiet.
Can we have
Hate that
can we have
adult.
the nominations, please, Jennifer?
The nominations for Best Spin-Off Game are
This is a weird category.
Enter the Matrix.
Oh, that movie.
I guess now would be like the best
spin-off of the
licensed
movie,
title,
okay.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That
This
was a
is
terrible
shit.
game. It was
Star
it was
Wars,
awful.
Knights
Oh,
of
now
the
we're talking.
Republic.
Tattoo
That should be
worthy.
winning so far. No,
Simpsons.
Simpsons Hit and Run wins now.
But this is what everyone wants as a remaster, doesn't it?
I've never played it.
Job, LA Heist.
Oh my word!
It should be Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Right, that's the one that's got the.
No, Simpsons Hit and Run.
Return of the King.
I'm going Simpsons Hit and Run.
The winner is Star Wars Knights of the
There you go. That was a really good game. It was excellent.
Who is she? I recognise her.
One of the
That's
latest
Leia.
products to be licensed from
Oh,
the
okay.
Star Wars series.
Is it famous
This game
people
is set
coming up to
several
get
thousand
collected?
years
It must be the
before films,
developers.
And in an
Yeah,
interesting
maybe,
twist,
maybe.
is a role-playing game.
That we then don't
does
see.
look
Star Wars fan and don't know your
I know
Chewbacca's
it's
from
good and it's well
Obi-Wan
respected,
Kenobi.
but this
This
stuff
stands
looks
out as a
shit.
full-
I know
Yeah,
it was a long time ago, wasn't it? I mean, that's why when they first announced they were doing Mass Effect, I was not impressed because I just thought, is it going to be like this, like visually and everything? But yeah, it ended up being.
And you remember this game on a GameStar, you know?
It was like, oh great, so they're going to try and do Knights of the Republic, but without the Star Wars license. How could that possibly be good?
There were sore fingers and bruised egos, but those 50 were whittled down for the
whack
next
the wonky
heat
cam.
in GameStar's hunt for the greatest gamer. Let's see who's been left standing.
Okay, here we go.
Skeptobot,
Last year's champion,
you're absolutely
Ben
right. The
Hitchcock, has
placement of
bitten
the
the
buttons
dust,
on that
clearing the
controller
way
are
for one
are
ace.
I wasn't
infuriating.
looking, I'm going to keep an eye out.
It looks like a Mega Drive pad, doesn't it? Like with the 3 buttons as well. It's a bit odd.
Looks worse.
Okay, here we go. Next clue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's for Games Magazine subscription.
Which back in those days was not cheap.
What was the first letter, James?
Is it P? Yeah, it was P.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Well, Adam, who knocked out
What
Raymond
letter
What
is
layer is missing from this common joypad button?
Oh,
Is it X?
Former finalist Thomas is showing off his bull skills to the opposition.
So PL.
yeah. I think someone in the chat said, yeah, it's gonna spell play, isn't it?
Yeah, it will spell play. It will absolutely spell play.
Yes.
As the
I wanna bring that
whistle
back.
blows for full-time,
Yes.
4 brave gamers are relegated out to the
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you say dates on this award show?
I won't say dates on this award show. I've thrown out of it by then.
Nation and
Oh,
we're down
what?
to just 4. Tom, Simon, Thomas, Michelle. Each of whom
Ian,
are
did you
playing
have
for a
any
chance to
interaction
the
with
trip
these
to
people
Tokyo
at all?
and the
Like
title of being the
I-
greatest gamer.
Fucking recognise her for some reason.
He was a talent. He wouldn't be speaking to the reprobates, the regular.
Maybe they come and collect an award at the end, but no, this was all done on a different.
First lap
Okay, I
on
didn't see
3
any of
and
this.
Tom storms ahead. Whilst
I
Michelle
fucking
is
love
having
Double
trouble
Dash,
getting
man.
out of first gear.
I recognise her.
Lap
Well, maybe
2
she was
and
the one
some
that
reckless
won.
driving
Won,
from
yeah.
Thomas
Maybe.
sends him back to
Spoiler.
third. While Simon takes pole
you're right.
position. And Thomas.
Simon, get a job. You're way up. These are
I was
kids.
about to say, is Simon sitting there going, oh,
Simon's
this
booked
guy
annual
should be
leave
at
for
work."
today. The rest of it after school.
I'm supposed to be at the dentist.
Yeah.
He can't even celebrate because he's playing
So
kids.
say, Tom, Simon, you guys.
Oh, Simon, go to the finance job.
Thomas, Michelle, we'll see you later on, okay?
Well, my money's on her then because I recognise her.
Right,
That guy, Thomas looks familiar for some reason.
Big favourite of mine when I was a teenager. My mum used to warn me
don't know
that
why.
one handheld game I played a lot would eventually make me go blind.
Oh, his wanking joke.
To present the award is a man who MCs with the
there's a
So
joke
Solid
about
crew
wanking.
and lists
Yeah.
Bishy Bashy and Chucky Egg as his best mates in the band. It's Harvey!
I've got a Chucky Egg reference in. That's pretty good.
Harvey was from. Where's Harvey from?
Is he so solid?
He does look hard, but I don't think it was that.
What name do you
no,
want?
Blue.
It's not the coolest name.
No. That was Simon Webb.
Legend. Well, there you go. There you
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Who
Don't
are the
know the
nominees?
band.
Nominations.
He's
for
so
best
So
solid.
solid.
All I remember from them is that they all had
Pocket
LDGTs. Wow, that's got to win,
Pokemon,
isn't it?
Sapphire and Ruby.
Ian, if you don't say your best pocket game is when you cut the pockets out and put your hands in, then what the fuck's going on with the script?
If it's,
I think we were
do you reckon an
only-
Engage game is going to win this?
Oh, God.
I hope so.
That would be funny.
It'll be Tony Hawk's on Engage.
Oh,
Should be this.
Advance War. Well, 2.
Well, 2's not as good, but still.
No.
And Dragon Ball Z, the legacy of Goku 2.
I mean, it should be Pokemon's, right?
Please
Probably,
be an Engage
could be.
game.
Harvey upset Jamelia.
Yeah, it's Pokemon's.
And there's Ruby.
Fortunately,
Sapphire couldn't be
can't
here
be
tonight.
Baby Nintendo classics are back and better than ever. But Pokemon
Why
Sapphire
is the
and Ruby
music-
retain
Mana,
major
mana.
features from the last game, but also have one or two
It was for every award show back in 2004.
Listen.
Allowing two monsters to fight side by side, battles become tenser than ever before.
Is that sung by two monsters?
So hang on, we just had an erection joke.
Oh, okay, I'm going back.
I think.
Yeah.
from past games, but
I
also
think.
have one or two new tricks up their sleeves.
By allowing two monsters to fight side by side, battles become tenser than ever before.
Oh no, no.
Real joy comes
I
when
did
you
something
look
about becoming
forward,
tenser, and I
Game Boy
just
Advance
assumed it was
together
a.
and slug it.
About his game.
You're putting erection jokes in Ian's mouth, and we all heard that.
Talking about a kiddie's game, mate. Come on, please, John.
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Game Boy Advances together and slug it out with your mates. This is portable gaming heaven.
And by slugging out, we mean erections.
Bonus joke.
Next up is the award for Best Newcomer. Here
Speaking of newcomers.
and innovative.
Yeah, I want to pause after every line and see how he works in a wanking joke.
He's a gentleman, a footballer, and an ambassador for the game, and he is really spoiling us by turning up today. Please welcome John the Fashanu.
Yes.
Here we go. Now we got
Genuine ledge. Jacket's still on. Not around for long, is he? Used to love Fash FC back in the day.
The Leisure, I'm slightly in awe of you. Now, you famously do 1,000 sit-ups every morning.
we go.
My morning routine is one sit-up, a cup of coffee, then one big, huge squat thrust. How do you think...
I thought that was going to be a wanking joke.
It's a shit
How do
joke.
you think that sets me up for being fit and healthy?
Well, I tell you what, Ian, you haven't done too badly.
Thank
You're
you very
okay,
much.
mate.
Oh, I move on. Can we have the nominations,
Thank you,
please, John?
Fash. I appreciate it. Very, very kind words. My good friend, the Fash. There.
WarioWare
What a
Inc.
game.
Mega
Yeah.
Micro
Hell yeah.
Games.
What's
I
that
don't-
game?
Now this would be best original IP, wouldn't it?
I
Yeah.
seem to think we were told we couldn't do the
Toy
awooga.
Play.
Oh, really?
I remember
Copyrighted.
being told we couldn't
Oh,
do
maybe-
awooga.
Maybe he was in that lawsuit.
There was a dispute, wasn't there,
Yeah,
with
because
with
Charles
Craig-
accused him of nicking it, right?
Craig
Yeah.
Charles, yeah.
Right.
There we go.
Whoa!
The game,
Oh,
Jack.
wins.
That's chinks. That's like 17 games in one.
And Beautiful Joe.
Oh no.
Beautiful Joe was great.
Oh,
Yeah,
please
man.
tell me the Engage game wins.
The Engager win. This is bullshit.
iToy Play.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have gone over that over any of those.
No.
The very first computer, built in 1903, was
Ooh,
huge
history.
and
Retro,
rubbish.
look.
More importantly, you couldn't play games on
It was huge and rubbish. That's a good line.
going to have the upper hand. I think so.
Nothing changed until 1976, when arcades were introduced to the world. a safe place for teenagers to shoot aliens and smoke without their mums knowing.
Please say games are not just bleeps and bloops anymore.
Well, that jacket was something else.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
He was wrong.
Oh my God, that's a good gag. That's a good gag. Hang on. Sorry.
Oh, what happened then?
We won
The
that.
gag about the skin, the skin's quite a good one. There we go. Sorry, go on. You press play.
Attempting to make video games more interactive, one programmer came up with this skiing game thinking it would be a lot of fun. He was wrong.
That's a nice line.
Has reached a new level. This newcomer actually puts you inside the game, allowing your movements to control the action on screen.
That was
This
really
is a
weird. Can you
deserved
rewind
award
that bit
goes
as
to
well?
a
I'll do
genuine
it. I'll do it.
gameplay has
Catherine
reached
Do
a
they
says
new
give
you
level.
can't say
boobs
the
to the
fact.
old lady?
No, it's just the way like the text.
I thought they were putting drawing boobs on the old lady.
Allowing your movements to control the action on screen. This is a deserved award that goes to a genuinely innovative product.
It was a webcam.
Far too much.
It was just a
Racing
webcam.
games. Now, if you want to go out for a drive, but you don't have a license or you've had a few too many to drink, you've got two options. Either get a racing game or buy a minicab. Presenting the award, please welcome the legend.
Wow.
Political.
Wow. How did you get home from this, Ian? Oh, on a minicab.
It would have been Addison Lee.
Yeah, it's Simon Pegg.
He probably genuinely wanted to be there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
He actually, I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah, I bet he
Is
did.
it true that Sean, there's some connection with a computer game? You based it on a game?
Well, you know, because Resident Evil kind of kicked off that whole zombie love, and it was.
Yeah, 'cause it's 20-year anniversary,
about
isn't
the
it?
whole Romero
This year of it.
Kind of zombie fascination, and I guess it was playing that game for 12 hours straight that kind of kicked the idea off.
We look. Hey, look.
Look how long he gets
I
to
saw the
talk.
film the other day. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Simon, if we could have the nominations, please, for best
Tiny,
racing
isn't
game.
it?
The nominations for best racing
He is
game
small.
are.
But then you are 9 foot tall.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You must say that to everyone you walk past. Who's tiny?
Was it Gotham?
This was a fucking great game.
Yeah.
It was good.
F-Zero
This was a
GX.
shit game.
Not as good as this one. No. F-Zero GX.
F-Zero X is better.
Can we not? Do you not know the song?
Need for Speed Underground.
Put it this way, they won't be able to play the chorus.
2003.
No, what's the song?
It's Get Your Hands Off My Woman, Motherfucker. by
And
the
Rally
Darkness.
Oh, right.
Championship 3.
And the winner is.
Need for Speed Underground!
I mean, that's not correct, is it?
No, it's not.
Racing cars against oncoming traffic at incredibly high speeds is great fun. Unfortunately, it's illegal. But don't panic. Need
I was
for Speed
bored of the sound
Underground
of my own
should
voice.
satisfy any
Jesus.
desire you have
That
to
was a
ride
good
like-
joke.
Yeah, these are good.
Yeah, these
Nice
you're
one.
rolling out some good material here.
That wasn't very little problematic stuff considering it's 20 years ago. Actually, mildly disappointed.
But best of all, it allows you to compete online against the rest of
What,
the
you
world.
wanted to get Ian cancelled tonight?
Cancelled,
Good for numbers.
just
Really
not
hoping
fully
for a
cancelled, just a
scandal.
little bit.
It is time for a break now, but when we come back, we'll be joined by Corey Saran-Jones and John Thompson.
But before that, you at home have a chance to snatch some glory in our Win the Winners competition.
That's right, one lucky thumb bandit will collect all 10 of today's GameStar winning games.
Can't believe
and
20
tickets
minutes
to
of this
Game
shit.
The name of the
Stars
show in
If
there,
you
didn't
enter,
you?
Yeah.
you stand the chance of being one of 1,000 runners-up who'll bag themselves a ticket to the hottest gaming event of the year, taking place at Excel in September. All you have to do is answer this simple question: which of these is a popular video game classic? Is it A,
Done that,
Space
B.
Intruders? Is it B,
So hang on,
Space
so
Invaders? Or is
were
it
they
C,
talking about
Space
GameStars Live then?
Hunters?
Yeah.
So that was Excel.
Yeah.
Or text the word space.
I'm in one of those little clips of your show where
84030.
James repeats what's been said earlier.
Yeah.
From mobiles cost 50p plus the standard operator rates. And don't forget to ask permission from whoever pays the bill.
Some of these games are rated 15, so if you're too young, then please wear a false beard when you ring up.
That's good. That's not
Yeah,
Was that
like that,
off the
yeah.
cuff?
No, seriously, you really
that
must be
written?
15 or over to enter. We'll
Sounded
see you
off the
in
cuff.
part 3.
I think it was, but we did have to then do this fucking serious bollocks.
Yeah, do you remember having to do multiple takes of these kinds of things? Or
I seem to remember this one was pretty much straight through. Can I just I've given you context of where I was. Can I get like a little snapshot of where you would have been March 2004? Where you were in your lives, how old you are? What you,
I would have been at uni. I would have been in Division 2. I would have probably been like 20. Well, yeah, I was 21.
You can work out exactly how old you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
So I would have been 19. I would have been working at Homebase head office.
Nice.
A year away from moving. I would have been doing stand-up comedy during this.
Wow. Wow.
This would have been my stand-up comedy era.
And you weren't selected to be a host.
I know. I was fuming.
Yeah, gutted. Just missed out.
So I started in 2003 and went on till 2005, I think. Yeah, it would have been 2005. Yeah, shit. Oh god, that brings back some awful fucking memories.
Good. James, where would you have been just over 20 years ago?
I guess like 50 something, or
I was 24 years old and I was working as an IT technician at that time. That was
really?
Yeah, that was my job. That's what I was doing.
You were still
before I
all
went back to
babies.
university.
Still all babies.
Yeah, I would have
Sean?
been. Yeah, so I would have been on my gap year, which sounds like, oh well, what did you do on your gap year? Fuck all. I washed dishes,
travelled Asia,
bought loads of video games, and just generally hung out. There was basically a couple of my friends were all like, yeah, should we just fucking not go to uni for a year? Should we all just work and just go to gigs and play games and fucking... It was great. It was really
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent.
All right.
So you were what, 18?
Would I have been... When was this? February?
February, March.
Yeah, so I'd have been. So I would have been 19 in March.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. Thank you for that context. I'm going to hit play.
Yep.
Oh, someone paused
No,
it.
mine stopped.
Mine
Yeah,
stopped.
I'll click it once more. Continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome back.
Headline the date.
Game Stars 2004, the UK award show where the best video games get the recognition they deserve. Still to come on the show, Katie Price and Ash. Yes, indeed.
Oh, Ash are on this.
The
Great.
next award
Ash
is
are
for
on
best multiplayer game. Now, there's nothing I like to see
There we
more
go.
than a bunch of good mates all plugged into the same machine. But enough of my fantasy about blue and a 4-slice toaster.
Oh, wow.
Is a woman
This
whose character
direction, I like
It would have to be their
Game
cocks,
Boys
right? For it
in
to...
a-
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah.
It's Saran Jones.
It's quite an intricate series of walkways they have to do.
So she's still very much a popular actor, isn't she? So out of a lot of these people, she's doing work.
Can I do my impression of you?
Yes, please.
Steve, I don't care. I want my wedding to be the best wedding in the town.
Just like me, don't
That's
you
not
think?
bad, is it? Right.
Well, then, well,
Can
there's
we have the
Dennis.
nominations for
That's
best
cringe.
multiplayer game, please?
You nailed
The
it.
nominations for
Thanks,
best multiplayer game are
Hardware Online Arena,
Oh, I do remember that.
Remember this.
It looks brilliant.
MotoGP,
Fucking yes, I remember this on
GP was the
Xbox.
business, but-
That was the first Xbox game I played online.
Yeah,
me too.
SOCOM, US
Came on the
Navy
disc, didn't it,
SEALs,
with the two other games, Whacked and
Wow.
Mario Kart,
Oh, come
Double
on.
Dash,
it's got to be Big Mario Kart.
It's got
should
to be
be.
the MK.
and Unreal Tournament
Unreal
2004.
Tournament. Yeah, 2004 wasn't that good.
Yeah, no, it
though,
wasn't the one.
right?
Is that a drum roll?
Surely it'd be Mario.
I thought she was doing a little like being a cat.
and the
purring
winner
then.
is Mario Kart Double Dash.
Of course it is.
You said
There's
exactly
Mario.
what Ian said then, Sean.
Yeah, no, he
said
said it was that a
exactly
drum
what
roll, but I was like, okay, no, it sounded like a cat purring or something.
Don't worry, Sean, it's easily done.
Nintendo do very well out of this. Oh, no. It's almost as if they might have funded a bit of it.
One of the beauties of this title is its simplicity.
Add to that imaginative music, genuinely amusing power-ups, and Moorish gameplay, and this could be the most fun you'll ever have with a gear stick in your hand.
Oh, wanking joke.
Fucking hell. Come on, man. Move on, Ian. Enough of this.
We should have had a wanking joke counter on the screen.
We can use it for the pod as well.
Two finalists, Thomas and
Oh, it's serious.
I
It's
think it
getting
needs
serious.
more, if anything.
Thomas
I would like to point out that those stairs don't comply with building regs.
And I think they know that. I think they know that. I think Holly's livid about that.
Completing Metal Gear Solid on
Job
extreme
student.
mode. Michelle's love affair with gaming began
not a
when she
job.
was 6. She plays up to 3 hours a day, and her proudest moment was
Do you know?
completing Resident
Sorry, I just
Evil
had a really
Survivor.
stupid thought.
No, no.
Thomas
Go on,
and
pause
Michelle
it.
are about to
Pause it. Let's come on.
Everyone in the chat, just calm down
Wait.
and just wait.
It's time for our favourite segment
Yeah.
of the night. James Farley's stupid fault.
Let the man speak.
Yeah.
So that bit where they were like going round in a circle for a second, I thought, did they make them stand on something that goes round in a circle? And then I realised no, they probably
How
just.
else would they do it?
No, they would have.
Well,
made
by
them
moving
go
my
around in
camera.
a-
That's 100% what they would have done. And stand on a little turntable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be easier than moving the camera around, but
Yeah. Otherwise, you got to walk around with the camera, but you'll see what's
perfect.
behind
Yeah.
behind
That actually does, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That was a stupid thought. Yeah.
So stupid. It was just correct.
Have you never watched Naked Attraction at the end when they get voted off and they do like a wacky pose?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've seen that.
Good,
I've
that,
seen
innit?
that one.
Fanny's
Have you
not
seen
released.
the new one yet? The Ryland one where they're just on an island and everyone's naked dating. Not tried that yet. I want to know if it's any good.
No,
I'm not.
Okay.
doing that. But I will
I'll
do.
try it myself then.
Good. Let us know what you think.
What, go naked on an island with Ryland and see what it's
yeah.
like?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Well, we've
Although these days you never know who you're going to bump into. Do you know what I mean? I might avoid that.
Yeah, exactly.
Next,
Yeah, it
that's
might be Gordon the Gopher.
I got the reference. Anyway,
Might
back
be
to Holly, who's nothing to do with that reference whatsoever.
It might be Sarah Green. Let's go.
About to fight for the right to choose which game they're going to play in the final round
Where the
of
fuck is this place?
competition, live in front of a studio audience later
Oh,
on
they
in the
play
show.
in the studio.
They're playing Tony Hawk's Underground. Let battle commence.
So just to be clear, James, on that instance, the camera did move around.
Yeah. And there again.
They're not a big spinning chair.
Oh, here we go. Here's another clue. I think the answer is going to be A, everyone. I think the answer will
Oh,
be A.
but into the thing. I don't want to have to.
I think I remember her just because I was talking to her afterwards, and not in in any. I just remember having a chat with her.
Thomas takes an early lead but gets nervous and starts making errors.
Do I know her?
Halfway through the game, and Michelle
on.
pulls level with some impressive
So what is
We're
tricks
saying
and
it's
flips.
A, but what is the
So
game?
it's save. So then we've got pulled.
Oh, right. So
No. So it's PAG.
But with
That's
just
save.
seconds
Wasn't that save?
remaining,
No,
Thomas
it's save.
recovers his
Yeah, it's a
confidence
V.
and
So it's a
heads
V.
into the
Saved.
game.
Sorry,
So we've
sorry.
got PLV. So but maybe it just doesn't spell anything.
No.
Unbelievable.
Well done, guys. Thomas, congratulations. Michelle,
I like it.
unlucky
Holly's
this
done
time,
that
we haven't got the next
every
round to go,
time.
so
She's
don't
come in
worry.
and gone, well
It
done,
doesn't
guys,
mean,
and
however,
one of
that
them's
Thomas
lost.
can get to choose
It's just like, well done me. I've just blown my chances.
That's me every time I have a successful wank these days.
Before we give out another award, I think it's time we checked on our celebrities. How are they doing backstage, Holly? Have they all got their
Check
thumbs
on
where
them.
they should be?
Make sure they're
But they're
all.
all, they're all.
Hewitt's
They're
playing
all
Mario
not
Kart.
yeah. It's been carbon monoxide poisoning backstage. And all.
Oh, she's doing that.
You're doing quite well. Are you going to be the true gentleman and let her win, though?
Of course, not.
Of course not.
Yeah.
That is very rude. Well, come back here and
Golly
tell us
gosh.
Play this with Harry.
Holly, I was going to ask. James Hewitt is a notorious charmer. Is he charming you?
Not yet. I'm quite.
Only works on you, Ian.
Oh, hello.
We're both men.
Thank you very much.
Bloody hell.
We'll be having a look later on to see how they're getting on. Next up is the award for Best Action Game, a genre which, for me, reached its pinnacle with Sam Fox Strip Poker on the Spectrum.
Make a joke.
That's my joke. That's my baby. That's my baby.
Fighting German soldiers. Next, you're playing golf. Then you finally find yourself in a fantasy world all on your own. A bit like my granddad's life story. The award is a man who's killed orcs in the living room, slain zombies in the arcade, and he murdered the Beatles on Fame Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's John Thompson.
I don't remember him being in this at all.
Wow.
So yeah, so he also like big alcohol. Didn't he? Had a lot of issues back in those days, didn't he?
Yes, I believe he
This
did.
is like.
I do play games quite a lot. I like my action games.
Was this like the big train?
Was it Big Train? But I'm working on my own game.
He was
I
at
just
Big
come
Train,
from the
was
studio
Was it Big Train?
in a black lead child
Bar
with a green
shirts
golf
on, yeah.
ball stuck to me. Virtual darts.
Yeah, of course. That's good.
The nominations for Best Action Game are...
I don't remember him being there at all. Yeah.
Unreal Tournament.
I just loved him in
2004.
sketch. I think he's such a good sketch actor. Every time you saw
Lara
him.
Croft Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness.
It's very dark, actually.
Ratchet and Clank 2, Locked and Loaded.
Never really got on with Ratchet and Clank.
True Crime,
What the
Streets of LA.
fuck is that?
That
Yeah, I
was.
remember True Crime Streets of
very
LA,
good.
yeah.
And James Bond 007, Everything
None
or
of these are-
Nothing.
Cool,
remember
that
that
is
at
a
all.
really rough
Yeah.
list.
It's got to be Unreal Tournament, right?
And the winner is... James Bond 007,
No.
everything
He's in the voice. There we go. There's James Bond.
There he is. Yeah.
Ba 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 ba. How are you not walking past that? And then
Pierce
doing that?
Brosnan has recently dropped the bombshell that he may never make a Bond film again.
And while that may be a sad loss, with a game as excellent as this, I
Works
think
out for
we'll
the
get over
best.
it.
As you'd expect, Bond gets to zoom around in loads
Oh, he
of
did the
sexy
best
vehicles,
one.
including a very exciting fighter helicopter
Not a-
and
not
his
a Daniel Craig
ever-faithful
man.
Aston Martin.
This
I
looks
just
all
like
right.
really like Goldeneye.
And guest voices from the likes of Willem Dafoe,
Beautiful.
John Cleese,
There he is.
and even Brosnan himself.
Time for a house call.
This
Time
is a
for a
white
house
knuckle
call.
ride worthy winner of Best Action Game.
Time for a house call.
What was Leo Messi then?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Bond guy, Sean. I've never really.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big Bond guy.
But having said that, Bond calls.
Medium, yeah, Bond calls.
This is the Sun People's Choice. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's hot for Gary Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Who's this? Sorry.
This is the guy who was in Hollyoaks After Dark, and there's a famous scene involving him.
Do you know that? Yeah, I remember that scene.
Pause
Yeah.
that, please. Pause it. He has a famous scene. What?
In Hollyoaks After Dark. which is when-
Oh, does he get?
yeah.
He does, yeah. And it's I found it really. I remember seeing it and finding it really upsetting when I
Yeah,
saw
it was actually back in back in those days. I was like, fucking hell.
I don't know this.
But just be careful, Google it. It's not a pleasant scene. He gets assaulted, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the aftermath is just horrible.
Yeah, I used to love Hollyoaks back in those days as well.
But he was also a heartthrob. I remember pictures of him like sort of.
You can
top
see
bit.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. Good looking lad.
Yeah.
Bold
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with being bald.
Could be worse. Gary, can we have the nominations, please, sir?
Yeah, the nominations for the Sun People's Choice Award are...
Done by the Sun.
You're starting to notice that the people in the studio are getting pissed and hearing chatting away during the awards now.
Now, what would the readers of the Sun vote for? Not Zelda.
Championship manager.
Championship
Possible.
manager, probably.
Where's this music?
Yeah, has the sound gone really weird?
Sounds gone weird, doesn't it? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
do you know what? It might have. YouTube might have done that thing where it gets rid of the music in the background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Very
Oh,
good.
yeah,
He
'cause it's the
thought the
White Stripes.
delays weren't worth it, but this is an actual song.
Yeah, it's the White Stripes. Yeah.
2004.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
It isn't it?
That was when they were rough on it.
Yeah.
Winner is iToy. Play.
All right, mate. Calm
Yeah,
down.
okay.
One for iToy.
Two
No,
face. And there's there's
Katie Price will be handing out the award for the UK's most wanted game, and Ash will be performing their new single. Very exciting.
Yes,
think
we'll
Ash
also be
alive.
finding out who is the nation's greatest gamer, and it's your final chance
generally
to
excited
enter
for
the
Ash.
GameStar Win the Winners competition, where one jammy rascal will take home all of today's award-winning games and tickets to GameStars Alive, the UK's biggest gaming event.
Oh, it is definitely worth a go because 1,000 runners-up will also win a ticket to this cracking show, and they can follow the winner around making rude hand gestures behind them. All you've got to do is answer this simple question, Holly.
Which of
Sorry, I
these
like
is
that
a
one.
popular
that's
video
tough.
game?
Enjoyed that.
Classic. Is it A,
in
Space
there.
Intruders?
Yeah, you're on
is it
fire.
B,
But I'm
Space
scripted.
Invaders? Or
I'm
is it C,
shitted.
Space Insiders?
as the saying goes.
091 333 555 and leave your answer.
Out of all the celebrities, Katie Price got the biggest fee, right? Because
Feet.
the constant
Calls and
mentions
landlines
of Katie
to
Price
text
throughout the
messages,
show.
I
really
mobile
don't know. I remember it was.
plus standard
It was
operator
really
rates.
big
And don't
news
forget
that
to
she
ask
was
permission
on, and again, it was this
whoever
thing
pays
that
the
she
bill
was
or your
Katie
mum.
Price and not
Exactly. If you
Jordan.
enter, please
Yeah.
make
I
sure
don't know what
you
had been
are
going
over
on
15.
before. I remember
When
she
you
was
phone up,
fun.
Stand on a friend's shoulders and wear a really long coat. You really must speak 15
Made
or
that.
over. It's a legal requirement. The lines will be closing after the break.
And
We'll see you there.
it took ages to do her bit, and we got on really well. And we kept taking the piss out of each other, and it was getting a little bit
Flirty.
Bit real.
I'm gonna be honest.
Are you thinking what could have been?
No,
Yeah.
Is that
no, not at all. No. But she was fun. I liked her a lot. She was lost. You could tell she was lost.
yeah?
Oh, they're gonna play there.
Live on stage.
2004, the show that celebrates your favourite video games of the past year. Now, we've got one more award to give away, as well as finding out who is the country's greatest gamer. Before that, we come to the final award, which is for most wanted game. To present the award, we have a lady who's a little bit like a marathon
why is the
bar.
camera
She's got a
shaking
new
so
name,
much?
she's very sweet,
Weird.
and she's nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Katie Price.
Oh, look at Peter Andre. Where were they in a relationship at that point?
Well, she's hosting the last award, so yeah, she's obviously the big.
By the way, you had to play this song, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to play it.
Well, Peter Andre, is there a bit of tension there with you and Andre?
Fuck.
Mind your own business.
Really? When you're playing computer games, can you see what you're doing? I have got to ask it. Peter Andre, is he a bit of a game boy or is he?
I don't know.
He was talking about you on Richard and Judy.
Was he? Well, I don't know if he's good at pressing buttons yet, but maybe I'll find out one day.
Enough of this crazy banter. Who are the nominees for the final
Okay, I didn't know they'd shown that.
The nominations for the
Audience
gamers
of 8-year-olds just being like,
What? What?
I like the fact that you said we really got on, we really hit, and then she looks like she wanted to murder you on television.
I remember we were stood there for about 3 or 4 minutes, which is a long time.
Very
But yeah,
flirty banter.
Maybe.
It wasn't her that walked off and said, "He's a prick."
yeah.
She might have done.
this is a tune, by the way.
Driver 3.
Oh, it's Drive 3R.
Yeah, Drive 3R.
And Doom 3.
Do Mill.
Doom 3 was the flashlight one, right? On the with the metal case.
Yeah.
The winner is Driver 3.
God damn.
Wow.
Say,
Yes!
wow. Say it right, Katie.
The original Driver was a groundbreaking game that redefined
Do you remember when this
the
came
driving
out and there was that whole
experience?
thing about, you know, how the reviews have been bought and everything?
Yeah,
Because
I do know something about that. I don't know if the statute of limitations has run out on it.
I think it has.
I'm pretty sure it has. Pause it, please. I want to hear this story.
The
Well,
floor's
no,
yours,
because it implicates someone who's
I'm still. Yeah, we are.
Just use different names.
who's still in the industry, and I don't
Just
think
use
it's
different names. Just
fair.
what you do, a great way around this, Sean, to like switch the first letter of each of their names. It's impossible to work out who
So Jim
it is.
Skibbles
Yeah.
was. You can't tell the story.
I don't think it would be fair without getting permission first.
I'm sure Wham site won't even know we've talked about it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
for
okay.
once, it's not
That
Sam
was-
White. Well,
Okay.
mainly because he was about 12 when Driver 3 came out. So.
Okay, alright, forget it. Hit play now.
Well, that is the last award, but it's now time to go over to Holly for the final
I've done
heat.
fuck all in this. She's done it all.
UK's greatest gamer.
So
Holly,
that for 12 grand.
Criticism of telly, isn't it? The bloke gets all the credit and the woman does all of the work.
Nice. Well, yeah, it is pretty tense, and we have our 2 finalists.
Yeah, she probably got paid 500 quid for this as well.
Saw that Thomas won the advantage over Michelle, which meant he got to choose the final game. I
remember her.
Oh man, they look so fucking nervous. They look.
Yeah, in front of a whole room of pissed adults.
Look at them. This is all. Oh, I
wins
don't.
the game. Thomas is player 1.
They don't- he looks like he's about to throw up.
White, and Michelle is player 2. Peter Sampras in
She
blue.
looks like she's about
Good
to
luck,
cry.
Thomas and Michelle, are you ready?
Imagine if they both did.
My money's on Michelle.
For the arse.
I reckon Michelle's
So
going
here
to
we go
smash
then.
this.
This is it. This is the final in the hunt for the UK's greatest gamer.
Oh, I'm
We've got
commentating.
Thomas versus Michelle. And Michelle scores an early point there, taking
Who's
the
who?
lead.
Michelle
She's 25 years
Sampras.
old. She was one of only 2 females in the top 50 gamers
Wow, females.
in this competition.
Oh, okay.
Thomas there equaling things up there slightly. Thomas is 16.
Pushing your
This
gender
is
there.
styled and inspired by Anthony
Oh,
Kiedis
yeah.
and the Red Hot
Come
Chili
on.
Peppers. Michelle taking the lead there, 2-1. Only 6.5%
Oh,
of all
this is a
entrants
great
in this
match.
competition this year were actually women.
There we go. I've just done it again.
Why did that? Actually, women are not good at video.
Oh, come on, Michelle, that was
Very
obvious.
exciting. 3-2 to Thomas. Thomas would love to play against Justin Hawkins from The Darkness.
Michelle!
And Michelle's favourite singer.
She's still got
Alice
it!
Cooper.
Oh!
Unfortunately, her love of Alice Cooper isn't helping her today. It's 4-2. We have to get to the first one to 7.
Unfortunately, her love of Alice Cooper isn't helping her today.
You really think it would, wouldn't you?
Sorry to destroy the tension, but out of nowhere, Ian, you said,
Yes.
What's the guy's name?
Thomas.
Thomas. He goes, Thomas would like to play a game against Justin Hawkins from The Darkness. Out, and that's it.
I thought you said Michelle would. I don't-
Oh,
No, she
I'm
wants
pretty
to
sure
play
it's
with
Thomas.
Alice. She likes
She wants
Alice
to play
Cooper.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Thomas would like to play a game with Justin Hawkins from The Darkness. I think that's important information.
Yeah.
Why would
Just
you
to
not
let
want to
you know.
convey that?
The people
Seven.
need
What
to
have we,
know.
what have we got? A surprise from after this?
Oh,
have we?
he's absolutely destroyed her.
To
Oh,
Thomas.
of course.
First to
He
7.
hates manufactured pop bands.
Nice.
But he loves computer games and he loves computer tennis today.
Come on.
Excellent
Oh,
shot. 6-2.
that was the
this
chance.
Is match point. Thomas could take the title.
Bang.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
done it.
Smashed
well
it.
done.
Thomas Kingston wins.
Yes! Yes!
That's real Iain Lee telling a wank joke energy, that.
So you didn't win, but you get a copy of all the games on the show today and all the consoles.
And you get
okay?
fucking
Now then,
engaged.
Thomas,
Don't
you
wanna-
win all of that. You're also going to that game show in Tokyo. That's absolutely
He's going to cry. Look at him.
Going to that Tokyo.
Can we find him? Can someone find him?
Yeah.
And also, you also get the name of the UK's greatest
He might be a
game.
listener.
Thomas, take
Imagine that, 16 and you win that.
What's that watch, Sean?
Yeah, I was going
What's that watch?
place that. I don't think it was a Casio, is it?
No, it's not.
He's got a
What
fitness
was it?
Like an Apple
they were
Watch.
invented.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an
He's a
Apple
fucking
Watch.
Time traveller.
He actually invented the Apple Watch. He does his
That is
his
Steve
prototype.
Jobs.
That's also like a time travel shirt he's wearing.
Yeah.
We've got our 10
We're
winning
done.
titles. We have our greatest
Where's Ash?
gamer, although I'm going to go backstage and whop his ass after the show at a quick game of horoscope skiing. And we have our celebrities caged once again in the green room, waiting for the next time their services are required. Holly, do we know who was the best out of this lot there?
Yes, indeed, we
It's not
actually
there.
do. Unsurprisingly, it was Harvey. There you go.
Yeah, Harvey.
Control room on the
Well done,
No,
mate.
you wouldn't. Well done, Harvey. And thanks to all our celebs, and a special thanks to you at home for joining us.
Thanks
and
to
taking the time
all
to
our
vote for your
celebs
favourite games.
Right, I've
for
got
showing
to
up
go
for a
and log off
massive
backstage. So, Holly,
thing.
I'll give it 15 minutes before you go there if I were you. But before we disappear, it would be
think I've
rude
just
not
done a-
to hear from our final
Yeah,
guest.
it's a shit joke.
Yeah,
so Holly, I'll
but,
give it 15.
And for taking the time to vote for your favourite games.
Right, I've got to go and log off backstage. So Holly, I'll give it 15 minutes.
It's a good joke. That's a good joke.
I'm going to use that myself.
Especially as we book them. To take us out, it's Ash and their new single, Orpheus.
I think these
Oh,
were
you
live.
smashed it, Ian.
Yeah, that was great. And you got Ash on.
Still maintain this is significantly better than anything that Keely's done.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I suppose Charlotte Hafley was in the band.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking love Ash.
Maybe they're not live, but I remember it was very. I remember being. No, they're not. But I remember being very excited by them.
Yeah.
We are watching a video of our mate Iain Lee standing next to Holly Willoughby watching Ash. Like, this is so fucking weird.
I'd forgotten how hot he is, that guy in Ash. I remember I had a bit of a crush on him.
Tim Wheeler, yeah, he's always been good looking.
I remember now. Yeah.
I definitely wanted his hair. Yeah, I loved Ash. Is it? I think it's Rick. It might be Rick Murray or Rick. Someone who's a drummer. I can't remember what the bassist was called. Oh man. Oh shit! It's the last letter. Oh fuck!
What is it?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
so what's this?
So it did almost spell play.
It's like Polivy. Did we do something wrong? It feels like it should have been A.
It feels like it feels like we messed up somewhere.
Did we win or not? I'm confused.
I think we're all winners.
Live.
We're all winners watching this.
Yeah, I mean, so listeners and viewers. It should have been play, but it's like that was save, right? But it's like the V was missing. Was the A
So,
missing?
yeah, so the save one should it have been S blank VE rather than
Yeah,
S A
fuck
blank
it up.
VE?
I think they might have fucked it
I
up.
think they fucked it. So did no one win?
This is how all the controversy started.
No, it was meant to be. Yeah.
They fucked it up.
That's nuts.
So I think you find it's play. No, it's Polivy.
Well, we can go back and just double check that, can't we? Yeah. Okay. We'll have a look in a minute. Let's finish this. And then
Yeah, I want to hear a song first.
I found the bit.
I just
where-
want to see as well who the guy wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Let's
was
see,
great. He was such a nice guy.
What a weird show, though.
Didn't really know what it was, did it?
Yeah, it wasn't an awards show. It wasn't a competition.
It wasn't an award show. There's just knowing who won the award can actually come up on stage. Oh yeah.
I think we missed the credit.
Ash still fucked. No, I'm sure. Well, 37, 38 minutes. 38. Oh, maybe there are no. Here we go.
Written and presented by Iain Lee. You know.
Special guest. Yeah.
David Scott. I got to write that name down. I'm gonna
Yeah, he was a
find
silly
him.
bang guy.
So Bangton Harvey, they're the PR firm, aren't they?
David
makes sense.
Scott. I'm tracking him down tomorrow.
Who was
Oh, Warren.
shouting
He's a
stuff in the
prop
audience?
player.
Yeah, it's
They're
drop
all
people.
pissed at that stage.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's go back and just quickly see if.
Can I just
they did-
quickly see who directed it? I just want to see.
Yes.
Nicky
I
Parsons.
don't know who that. I don't know. There we go. All right.
Yes, I
Right,
noticed
okay,
Barry
let's
Scott's
see-
pubis. That was a joke. I know it's Barry Scott. That was just you
Let's-
really
let's
gotta
see-
come on.
I think we had it.
Let's see if you did screw the thing up. Hold on. Where is it? Oh no.
No.
Permission from whoever pays the bill.
Some of these games
It's
are
when they
rated
were
15s.
competing
If you're
against
too
each
young,
other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when it comes
please
up.
wear a full
Okay.
sleeve when you ring up. No, don't. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
No, seriously, you really
can't
must be
believe
15 or over to
Millwall
enter.
cover
We'll see you in part 3.
Oh, here we go. I've got it, Matt.
Okay,
Should I
what-
just do it?
Well,
Here we go,
yeah,
it's
well-
here.
For both finalists, sharp reflexes and
3
great
year
coordination are
subscription.
vital
This will
to
give
get the
you.
highest
This
score
was supposed to be
possible and
A,
gain
right?
a crucial advantage.
Ready? Here it is.
What letter
What
is
letter
missing?
is missing from this common game?
Thomas takes an early lead, but gets
They
nervous.
fucked it!
Yeah, look.
That's supposed
fucked
to.
it!
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
surely
God!
supposed to be the A.
Scandal. I wonder
This
what they
is
did. They probably
awful.
had to just accept
Or
both
maybe-
answers, right?
Maybe they did it on purpose.
Or that.
So no one could win.
Yeah, no, or to stop people
Well,
just
yeah.
guessing.
Yeah,
straight
to
too quickly.
not make it so easy.
Yeah.
That's well.
Yeah, but the whole point in things
That's
back then
insane.
was it was based on how many
Making
entries you get,
errors.
right? You're like,
Yeah, because they were trying to.
Halfway through the game, and Michelle pulls level.
But
with
is
some
this the one that
impressive
you
tricks
require,
and
like, you know,
flicks.
50p and
This
how
one
are you
even
entering
text-
this one?
Is this one a text competition?
It's yes. It said it was a text one. You had to like.
yeah. So it would have been. They would have got
Those 3 letters
money
of
for
code
every
word.
entry.
Just seconds remaining.
Yeah, so I think they
Thomas
fucked it.
confidence.
I think they fucked it.
Wow,
Fuck, they fucked it.
that's kind of put a damper on it, isn't it? Really?
Right, that
Yeah.
was
Really
yeah. It
rip-
was a weird show, but I don't think you need to worry about your performance.
No, Ian, you're great. What are you talking about?
Right the way through.
What is interesting is I've been watching a few episodes of Rise and seeing this is in my head. This is like the last big thing. This is the last thing I ever hosted. It was the hosting. Now I've become like guests and panels and stuff like that. And in my head, Rise and this, it was awful and I was awful. And actually, what is really, I haven't seen this. I don't even know if I watched this one when it went out, but I can look back at that now and go, yeah, I was all right. It wasn't great. And I can see why I didn't get any more kind of those Saturday ITV gigs. Actually, that was decent. That was decent.
Yeah, it was
And,
more decent.
That's very surprising to me. That's a nice little way of making peace with that.
Okay, so Rise talks
period.
over when?
I've got
How many years you got that?
I've got 4. I don't know if you can see. This is where I found it all. I've got 4 boxes of VHS tapes that I found, and that's where
Oh
this
my
was.
God.
And there's, yeah.
When you're done
Digitize
with
them.
when
Yeah.
you're done with El Dorado, I mean that's got to be the next.
Yeah.
There's loads. There's Rise. There's loads of stuff in there that I don't a lot of it I don't even remember. So that's where this came from, and I was thrilled to find this because I'd remembered it, but I didn't think I had a tape of it. I think it was lost to the mists of time. So when I found this, it's like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be good. I'm going to digitize it. And then I guess I mentioned it to you, Dave, and you said, oh, we could have something.
We'll take that.
We'll nick that.
We'll
Thanks,
nick
mate.
It's ours now. Thanks.
Yoinks.
It's ours now.
Thanks.
But thank you for watching it with me because I'm really laying a lot of ghosts to rest at the moment, and
This
that
is good,
was
yeah.
a huge one. That was a huge one.
If anyone's got any questions in the chat, then we'll try and ask them. If not, that's absolutely fine too, and then we'll leave it. But no, thanks for joining us with that, and thanks for letting us talk over it, on
Yeah.
our channel and
Yeah,
stuff.
totally.
We really do appreciate it. Like that is honestly
talks
that was a real sort of snapshot of that
Yeah.
era. It's crazy.
It's very much of its time. It didn't really know what it was, but I'm such a big fan of your podcast. I was listening to your podcast today, and then I thought I'm going to go and have a little lie down in bed because I'm not feeling very well, and I'll have the computer game show on. And I started to drift off, and I thought, oh, fuck, I've been asleep. I must have been asleep for a while. I must have missed loads. You were still listing games from that Sony state of play thing. There was a lot of games. So, but no, I'm a big fan of all 4 of you. I get your
Thank you.
podcast is so good, and you get those things. Oh, your podcast got me through lockdown, all of that shit. Your podcast, stuff is going on, right? And your podcast recently, highlight of the week. It's like Wednesday. That's great. I'm going to do stuff in the kitchen. I'm going to have you guys blaring out today in particular. Not been a great couple of days. Your podcast is great, and it's lovely being part of this, and it's lovely seeing the people, the community you've got, and they're coming to look at this shit.
You know how much we appreciate you, and we feel absolutely honoured to be doing this tonight. And thanks to everyone that came out and watched it with us. Like that is
fuck you for not having questions, though, you pricks. You fucking knew questions were coming.
We've got a few. We've got one.
Wow.
Skeptibot was asking, how long did it take to write this?
Do you know? Okay. Well, what I do remember is I remember David wrote on Rise. He had a writing partner. We didn't have the budget to get the other guy, so we got him, and he would come round to my house. And I remember it didn't take. I remember like having sort of 3 or 4 full days of him coming round to my house. I remember one. This is terrible to say, and he had my laptop, and he would do the typing on my laptop, and we'd been there all day, and then he went, and I got the laptop back, and I noticed there was fucking. I'd left cocaine on the top of it. There was like clearly use. It was white, and I was like, oh fuck! He spent the whole day typing on that. I mean, everyone fucking knew I was a junkie anyway. So it was no great. It was not great secret. It was 3 or 4 days of him coming around and writing. And we had the previous year. God, I wish I could remember who hosted it. And it was that, but it was much smaller, lower budget.
There must be some evidence of his.
I've got Tim Lovejoy in my head, but I don't think it could have been him. And this was ITV were like, right, we want some of this computer game dollar, because I don't know if you guys know, computer games make more.
I've got here. Sorry, Terry Alderton as the host.
Terry Alderton, that was it. He's
I used to fancy the fuck out of something. Sarah Kaywood was the co-host. Ash were on there as well.
Fuck Ash.
Johnny Vegas, Nell McAndrew, Terry Pratchett.
Blimey.
Terry Pratchett.
Can we watch that?
Sorry, you got the wrong one.
There must.
Okay, well, that's the one we watched as our model. Terry Alderton, of course, is a comedian. He was in EastEnders for a while. He's very, very funny. And this was like a bigger budget version of that. Is how I seem to remember it. I wonder if that one exists. Is that around? I'm not for a bubble.
Yeah, I'll well up.
Definitely watch that.
Find it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it right now.
Do you remember how you got the gig? Ask.
I was associated with video games because of Thumb Bandits and Thumb Candy, and I wrote for like some Xbox magazines and stuff. And so I was sort of for a little while, I was the go-to computer game guy for a little bit. So they knew, I was still seen as a bit of a comedian despite Rise failing, and I was the computer game guy. So
I guess today it's like Dara O'Brien. Is that person?
Yeah. I made the same Sam Fox joke.
I've never seen him play a fucking video game though.
Well, he hosted like the BAFTAs, doesn't he? The game. But I remember
he does. Yeah.
I presented an award at one of them and made the Sam Fox strip poker joke. And he leant over.
I remember that.
Yeah, he went. Don't worry, it's a tough crowd. It wasn't a tough crowd. They were laughing at everything. I made a joke about fucking game on the ZX Spectrum in 2007. Of course, someone's going to laugh.
I've got to ask though, Ian, what happened to the N-Gage? Like, do you remember what happened to that?
I would have chucked it. I remember finding I think they look beautiful. I remember getting it. Oh, this is fucking great. I remember very early on realizing it wasn't good for gaming. And it was, for those who don't know, it was a mobile phone. But to change the games, you had to take the back off. You had to take the battery out. You had to slide the game card out. You had to then slide it back in and you had to rebuild it. So it was a faff. It was also shit gaming on there, and yeah, the phone, you had to hold it like that. That was the killer. So I would have had it for a bit, and I would have got bored of it very quickly and would have chucked it, unfortunately.
This is a good question from Genesis UK. Have you ever met any of the celebrities again in later years?
Yes, I have.
It's Gnosis, Dave, not Genesis.
Oh, right, sorry, same thing. I was just really into what's his face. Go on.
I met John Thompson. I see. I met John Thompson. Fuck God, no. I don't know, 10, 15, 10 years ago. But I didn't know I don't remember meeting him there. And he was very nice, and we had a nice chat. And he's a very pleasant chap. And we've probably worked together a couple of times. I've met Simon Pegg a few times. I have looked up Simon Pegg's arsehole. We used to use the same. We used to use
Click
the
that,
same.
Twitch.
Yeah. and then at Simon Pegg.
That's the episode title. That's the episode title.
Was it his or was it Dermot Murnahan's arsehole? Anyway, we used to use
As in the news reporter, Dermot. Hang
all
on.
three of us. I'll incorporate them all into. We all use the same Virgin
Toilet.
Fitness in Crouch End, and I'm sure. No. Yes. So Simon Pegg was naked in front of me, and he turned around and put his foot up on the thing to put a sock on or something. And
you were right. It's literally in his crotch for some reason.
That's right. In his bum crotch. Yeah. So any of the others? I must have met Katie Price a few times. I feel sorry. I felt sorry for her then. She was obviously.
Going through it.
Yeah. So, but and I did this morning a few times with Holly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She's always...
Did I ever tell you my I'm pretty sure I told you this. My gym changing room story. When
you're looking up Ian's arse at the same time.
I was
the caterpillar, not caterpillar. What is it?
I've never understood. I've never understood the people that walk around those places completely naked. It does my nutting, right? And
does it?
Yeah, she's right.
That's why they do it.
You'd hate it in Germany because they absolutely love it.
They're all naked in Germany.
Yeah. So I was at my I was in the changing room and I was getting, and I was at the end just about to walk out, and as I was about to walk out, some bloke walks in like butt naked through the door, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I was like, wait, if he moves away, he was getting changed near the exit, and I was like, wait, if I just wait here, I'm gonna get all my stuff out the thing, I'll look at my phone, and then I'll wait for the right moment and I'll go. And then when I sort of sensed he was away from the exit, I turned around, and this is when the iPhone had a lock noise. So when you press the lock button on the iPhone, it made that click sound, and the bloke went, "Did you just take a photo of me?" And he is butt naked, holding me up against the wall, making me go through the photos on my phone.
You're
and I'm
hard.
Going, I was going, look, I promise you, that one's not yours, that one's not yours, that one's not yours.
There's a mole there. Look, that's not even the same one.
Yeah,
that one's massive. That one's...
I remember calling you on the way home from the gym. I remember calling you on the way home from the gym and telling you that story, Matt. And I was like, I've got
I do remember that
what's
click
just
sound,
happened to me. Yeah, that was horrible. Was there any other questions? Did you pick up any, Sean, or are we done?
So no, I mean, the thing I wanted to ask, and I mentioned this on the show, obviously last time when we did Thumb Candy, you were saying that was quite relatively low budget, quite hands-on. So obviously I'm imagining that this was like you just sort of floated in. You're the talent. You're just like above it all. Is that how it was? Or
yeah. That was a high budget light entertainment show. Slightly less budget than if it had been a Saturday night. But that was the Blind Date studio. That's the biggest studio. This the London studios, which are now I think they're apartments. There's this big tall building by the River Thames, and that's where we used to film the 11 o'clock show in one of the smaller studios. But in there would it be You Bet? Maybe not You Bet, but it would be all those big things like Blind Date and Surprise, and all of those big Play Your Cards Right. All of that stuff would be filmed in there. So yeah, that was big budget, and very, very much so. I would have those clothes I would have had a clothes budget, even though that shirt didn't fit. I remember that shirt was black with like sort of gold thing. So someone would have bought clothes for me. I would have I'd have had an Addison Lee in. I've had a dressing room. I probably got paid 20 grand. It would have been something like that. Yeah. Big fucking star stuff. Maybe it was
there an after party?
There would have been. I remember talking to that woman. I really remember her vividly, and I can't remember what we spoke about. But we would have been. But it would have been a case of I would have stuck around for a bit. I never really liked those after parties, and I wouldn't have known anyone there. It was none of my people. It wasn't like the 11 o'clock show where I had people. It was none of my people, and it would have been. And it's sad and pathetic to say I would have been jonesing to get home to get some cocaine. I would never have done cocaine on the day of a show. I would have tried my fucking hardest not to have done it the day before, but not guaranteed. But that would have been right. I'm gonna go home and get bang on it, which is sad and is pathetic. But that's where it was. But yeah, that was I would have been treated like the fucking star I was at that point. Hell yeah, yes.
Do you have any videos of the 11 o'clock show knocking around?
They're all up on
You've been
YouTube.
uploading them.
I used to love that show so much.
And I tell you why I have got copies of them all. Nearly all of the copies that are on YouTube, it's pretty much all of them, apart from maybe 20 or 30. They are, my mum taped them off the telly, and I've got those tapes in her handwriting. And it is EastEnders crossed out 11 o'clock show. So all of the ones that are on YouTube, 90% of them are the ones that she taped of her little boy on the telly. They can be a little bit offensive. There is some ripe language in there. Minorities don't do too well.
That show was so good. My God.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks to everyone that turned up and watched along. And if you're watching on YouTube, then give us a sub and all that sort of stuff. Is there anything you wanted to plug yourself, Ian? Is there
I want to plug myself.
Do you want to plug yourself?
The problem is we're all in that headspace now after watching that, aren't we? It's all,
I interviewed someone a comedian for 4 Extra a couple of years ago, and I said, right, would you want to plug? How can people find out more about you? And he went, well, Google me. Fuck it, Google me. You know, just type my name into a search engine if you want. Or maybe tonight was enough. Maybe you don't. Maybe do the opposite.
They'll delete their searches now.
Yes. I didn't know who he was, and I wish I didn't have any idea now after watching that.
That's enough nonsense.
Of that. No, guys, honestly, and I know, you know, I love all 4 of you. I think you are my podcast of choice. All 4 of you are brilliant. It's been really good without Matt this month. Maybe something to consider.
Has it?
No, I'm joking. When it's 2 or 3 of you, it's great. But when the 4 of you together, it's like the fucking Beatles, man. Honestly, I think you guys are the fucking Beatles, and it's a thrill, genuine thrill, for me to be on this. So thank you very much indeed. And maybe Sean, you could share that story that you couldn't share in the WhatsApp group afterwards. I don't know if that's
go on then.
Feasible. All right, thank you guys.
Thanks everyone. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Another wanking joke, didn't I?